Hello, everybody, and welcome to a tropical update here. This is a look at the Atlantic right now. I can see really only one main game in town here that's formed at least. There's another area of interest to watch that might form potentially later on down the line in the Central Caribbean. But I'll touch on that in a little bit here. But first, here's a look at Invest 94L right now in the open Atlantic. As you can see, it's turning there and forecast to become perhaps our next name system here. And if it does get named, the next name, of course, will be Epsilon. And of course, the last time the name Epsilon was used was in 2005, and then before that, never. So this will be the second time the name Epsilon has ever been used if this storm does get named, which it does have a really high chance of formation here. And let's go ahead and take a look at the National Hurricane Center graphic here, and you can see into the next 48 hours has a high 80% chance of formation. Into the next 5 days has a high 90% chance of formation, as you can see there, into either the next named system here. The next named system or next tropical depression here, tropical or subtropical depression here, as you can see in the graphic there. Then disturbance number 2 has not formed quite yet. For the next 48 hours is a near 0% chance of formation. Formation chance in the next 5 days, though, is a low 30% chance of formation. Of course, let's keep an eye on this over the next coming days as that situation progresses there. And here's a look at Invest 94L right now, as you can see. Um, just turning in an open Atlantic right now. Fortunately, not affecting really anybody except any boaters to happen to be in the immediate area where the system is. And this is again infrared imagery off of GO 16, and here's water vapor imagery off of GO 16 of Invest 94L there, as you can see. And of course, you can see on the top left of your screen there, the island of Bermuda right there, the little pink blob you see right there, the island of Bermuda right there. And then elsewhere throughout the world, there's two other areas of interest to watch: the Invest 96W in the West Pacific, and then Invest 92A in the Arabian Sea. The Invest 92A has a low chance of formations at the next 48 hours, and Invest 96W has a medium percent chance of formations after the next 24 hours or beyond there, as you can see on my graphic. And this is, of course, from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. Here's a look at Invest 96W. And you can see it's a really uh, really broad system here and has absolutely no problem with dry air. There is some dry air, of course, so it's far northwest, but that shouldn't hamper the system by any means here. If anything, maybe shear may hamper the system if its presence nearby. But looking at this satellite imagery, it doesn't appear to be much of an issue if it is ongoing right now. And then here's a quick look at the Greek alphabet, tropical cyclone names for the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. Of course, we've already here crossed out Alpha, Beta, Gamma, and Delta because, of course, those names have already been used. Next name up would be Epsilon. If Invest 94L becomes our next name system, and if the Caribbean system that the models are picking up on and the Caribbean forms, of course, the next name after Epsilon, should Invest 94L get named, would be Zeta. And of course, if we do reach Zeta, we'll tie 2005 in terms of total named tropical cyclones in the Atlantic Basin. So that's really remarkable to be seeing this. And of course, we've still got a month and a half left of hurricane season pretty much here to go, and then perhaps maybe you can't rule out maybe one or two systems trying to form in off season, maybe in December here. So maybe there's something to watch there later on down the line as we progress through hurricane season and through 2020 here. What it particularly will allow at least one, maybe perhaps a small chance of a tropical cyclone trying to get going in December. I want to say here, probably likely in the open Atlantic. At least I would hope so. Like that's usually when they form, if they do form in December, is out in the open Atlantic. Fortunately, really posing no threat to land, really again really an issue for any boaters and marine interests. But again, this is the Greek alphabet tropical cyclone naming list here, and really remarkable how we're already nearing the name Epsilon here if Invest 94L does develop, and of course it does have a really high chance of developing here. So I believe that's pretty much going to be about it for this topical update here. Um, just key things to take away from this topical update here. Watch the Caribbean here over the next coming days as this potential new area of interest starts to form here in the Central Caribbean and might perhaps cause some mischief in the Caribbean here and potentially maybe in the continental United States here. But of course, that's really too early to tell at this point. We don't really have, of course, a well-defined center of circulation, and we don't have the system in general formed just yet. So once that happens, then we'll get a better grasp on what the scenario will be and whether it'll be an issue for the United States or not here. And we'll get a better grasp on that. Invest 94L, fortunately, it's going to be really an issue for anybody. Of course, Bermuda needs to be watching it a little bit closely here. Not something, of course, to panic about. You guys have been through many storms before, but this, keep an eye on Invest 94L in case it decides to pull, something quick here. If it decides to strengthen a little bit more fast than we thought or not. But this, so like I said, just everyone to keep an eye on that. But other than that, pretty much all in the clear so far at this time for the Atlantic here, other than Bermuda. Of course, like I said, keep an eye on the Caribbean here. Something may potentially develop there, and of course, we'll cross that bridge when that forms. And that's going to be about it for this tropical update. Hope everybody has a great day and resort. Stay safe, of course. If you have any comments, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be about it. So, peace.